Hi everybody. I wanted to bring this to you because I saw this meme online and I decided it was worth sharing. This shows you exactly how far down the rabbit hole we've gotten, even from the municipal corporation of the District of Columbia, and how American rights were roughly a century ago, 75 years thereabouts. And this is how far it's gone, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This is a picture in Delaware of a student and a teacher sitting outside guarding a school in 1973. Can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Told you. I'm not about that. Got this from Anon News. This may not have been all major cases. This may only have been a few. But they trusted their own people because there was less in the air and less in the food that made you batshit crazy. And if we banned all the GMOs and all the toxins, we'd go back to a society like this in about a month. But the mega corporations have to be brought down first, and that means the international corporations, etc., 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 and all their agendas, and then we can go back to this. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, in 1973, a student and a teacher guarding a Delaware high school after someone called in a shooting threat during morning class. Now, what happened, ladies and gentlemen? They didn't run and hide under their desks or close the door in fear for their lives. Juniors and seniors and teachers went to their cars, trucks, and other vehicles to grab their guns and guarded the doors between the classes. No shooter ever arrived. But if they had, they would have been met with what would have probably been better part of, I'd say, 200 guns. I'll read this one more time for you. 1973. A student and teacher guarding a Delaware high school after someone called in a shooting threat during a morning class. They didn't run and call the police, although I'm sure police were informed. They didn't sit there and lock the doors and put things on the doors so the shooter could enter and kill half a dozen students in one room. Hell fucking no. Americans, ladies and gentlemen, sent the juniors and the seniors and the teachers to their cars, trucks, and other vehicles to grab their guns. Then they sat outside the doors between classes. No shooter ever arrived. National Guard wasn't sent to go in and kill a dozen students. Police didn't show up and kill a dozen students. It was handled. The threat was novice. No one ever showed. And it was handled. Now, I'm certain this is one of a few, but I imagine since we've seen shooting ranges inside of schools and stuff for this time period, this actually was a near norm. These guys were able to carry full rifles, full pistols, other things of that nature, I imagine. And they went out to their cars, they got them, and they stood point and guard. Can you imagine what would happen right now if that were to happen in America today? Every single person there with a gun would be facing like 300 years in prison. Because they went against the police state. Because they disobeyed orders. All kinds of crazy ass shit they're going to claim. So lastly but not least, I'm going to leave you a little reality tip and read it one more last time. In 1973, ladies and gentlemen, about a year or two before the United States decided to leave Vietnam, a student and a teacher is seen guarding a Delaware high school after someone called in a shooting threat during morning classes. Instead of calling the police and locking the school down and getting security groups together that didn't need to be there for representatives that the school did not need, they were smart. Juniors and seniors went to their cars, along with teachers. They went to their cars, trucks, and other vehicles to grab their guns. And then they stood post outside the doors, waiting for the shooter to arrive. No shooter arrived. They went on with their daily lives. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an America under the current government, which could be in an hour reversed if we got rid of all the super corporations that are poisoning our atmosphere, poisoning our food, poisoning our water, and everything else, to where everybody's, this or that, and we could allow guns back into the schools. And it would be just like this, ladies and gentlemen. Teachers and students guarding schools in 1973. This really happened, folks. Thank you.